Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Hello and welcome to Hops and Bros. This week,
It's bye-bye 2018 and welcoming 2019 into our year of beer.
so our top 3 or top 6 videos from 2018.
Yeah, because we forgot all the beers that we drank, we can't do top 3 beers.
For an open window on a crafty world, Max and Chris from Ups and Brews. Ups and Brews. Welcome to Ups and Brews.
All right, so this week we had to go back and see all the other videos we did and figure out which ones we preferred. Now, we realized one thing in 2018. We reduced drastically our amounts of reviews.
Yes, drastically.
Yeah, and so we couldn't find a lot of videos on actual reviews.
Yeah.
Because ever since I left for school, we've done a lot more one-on-ones. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to do a top 3 each. Chris is going to take care of all of our top 3 beers we drank. I'm going to go with top 3 101s.
Yeah, let me just drop this real quick. I see the levels a little bit higher. No problem, we're good. You speak louder than I.
I speak a lot, way louder, yeah. All right, so, Chris, what was your favorite, one of your top 3 videos this week, this year?
In no specific order, I gathered all the beers that we reviewed, which is not as much as last year, but still... before we get started, we're on the oldest...
No, we're on the old set.
First location of Hops and Bros.
Which most of you probably never saw because we used to do it in French. And we used this set for the French version. It's a beautiful set. I like it. It's nice to come back to the source.
It's very...
with a lot less equipment. I mean, you used to have fucking 6 lights going on. It's crazy.
The only light that we used to use is right there, and it's super small, just backlight.
Yeah.
We used to have 8
No,
of them.
we had those, and then we had the 2, and then we had 3 other workers' lamps that were just single bulbs. It was crazy.
Yeah. We were able to get a nice it
was nice, man. It was very, very bright.
Very,
very, very bright. Yeah.
Way too bright.
Yeah, our ISO was 0, yet... Well, it
We
wasn't
had light.
0, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Yes. You know,
down. Anyways.
you know what we mean.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Okay, please, so carry
Yes.
on.
So in no specific order, I've gathered my 3 favorite beers of the year that we drank on Ups and Bros. 2 of them, I drank them with Max. One of them is with a special
Are we doing
guest.
1-1 or...
Yeah, let's do 1-1. I'll go with my first.
We're very organized here on Hops and Bros.
Super
We
organized.
never improvise any shows. We really, make sure everything's in order before we start doing anything.
Always. So it's all in order on my little list. You can't see it. So, first one, No Nuts Blend from Santa
That's a good one.
Darius out there in Santa Cruz, California.
Yeah.
You remember this one? We did the video on it. Yes. We have a live audience this week. I forgot what was it.
No Nuts Blend.
No Nuts Blend. Very amazing, kind of Saison style with a nice kind of sour kick on it. I think now
It was a Solera, right? So it was a...
wasn't the Solera.
It wasn't a Solera, but that brewery had the Solera they used to do.
Yeah, we had the Solera.
We had this... I feel like it was a Solera.
It was probably a Solera.
I think it was. We've never talked about this beer concept. It's more of a wine concept, actually.
Yeah.
The beer industry stole the word completely from the wine industry, where you basically never run out of beer. So every time you take a percentage of it, you add the same percentage to the beer. So you only brew when you need to add stuff.
So it's always kind of like a live beer.
Yeah,
going
exactly.
on.
It keeps on going. And in wine, I believe it's... I forgot the name of the wine, but anyways, they pile up barrels, and then they always take from the bottom barrel, but they use the top barrel to go down. Anyways, we'll do a 1-1 on those
Because
it's an
it's very
interesting it's an
specific.
interesting concept. Yeah.
But overall, really nice place in general. I had a good experience at the brewery over there, which is not a super popular brewery. But when I found myself over there drinking the beers and having the opportunity to bring one back home, this is one of the specific beers I wanted to share with Max. And it was kind of like the last run before Max was leaving.
That was
brewing
in the
school.
last couple of things there. Yeah.
So really great beer overall. Santa Darius, if you happen to be close by, let's say San Francisco. It's kind of like a 30, 45 minutes from San Francisco. In Santa Cruz, it's really a surfer town. It's really worth stopping by.
And don't forget to put some flowers in your hair. Now, number 3 for the 101s, I've got the Kvike yeast, which we did like 3 weeks ago or whatever. Very interesting in the simple sense that I love yeast. I think yeast is very, very important to beer. Oh. And it was nice to bring that to the table and be able to talk about it a little more, because I think like beer's 4 ingredients. Every ingredient is very important. And being able to bring up one of those new kind of yeast strains that's kind of special was nice.
Yeah, but like was it 5 ingredients in beer?
There is 5 ingredients. The 5th one is thyme, not the herb.
You guys finally get the answer.
Did we really? That was
yeah.
We talked about it
give
before.
you the answer. The last video of the year, you
That's
guys
hilarious.
get the answer.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's gonna be released on 1st. So
it's the first video of the year. Yeah.
Sorry about that. You had a full year to wait about it.
Chris, number 2.
Number 2. From seriously one of my favorite breweries out there in Canada, Missing Link from Half Hour on Earth, collab with the guys of Wild Shack, which they're currently financing their own project.
That's
it's
awesome.
coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. They'll get their own stuff done pretty soon in Montreal.
Yeah, because Wild Shack
Super
would
excited.
go from brewery to brewery just doing collaborations with those breweries. They did one with Ike I Know, which we tried and was fucking phenomenal. And then they did one with Half Hours on Earth. They're very much into the barrel and sours, right? Yeah.
Phenomenal stuff they're
yeah.
doing. Just keep an eye out for them. If it's not happening this year, it's going to be like 2019. Then it's going to be probably the year after. But seriously, it's worth having it. And even just have a look at Half Hour on It. Really unique flavor profile. I love what they do. Just amazing. Amazing.
Awesome. Number 2. Number 2 on the list. Damn it, I thought I was going to be able to do it without. Cool Ship. The Cool Ship video I thought was really, really nice, because I think it's an interesting concept that's fairly new to North American brewers. It's a very old way to brew, but it hasn't been a long time before we actually figured out how to work them, because Belgium was very secretive about this. You know, they're closing their doors on the knowledge of how to brew lambics and gurs and all those styles. Now they're a lot more open because of global warming. You know, like the yeast strains they used to have plenty are kind of dying off. So their theory was, if we share the knowledge, we'll find new strains that work very well with those styles. And I think they are. Yeah.
American brewers are getting there.
Yeah, definitely.
There's groups out there that are promoting mostly, like they say, American lambics. But in my opinion, I think they should create their own word for it.
They definitely should, because there is a certain appellation when it comes to those kinds of beers, especially when they're very secretive and very protective of those styles.
Yep.
Having new appellation for American styles, not necessarily a bad idea.
I'm not against that.
Not against it at all. And I think the yeast strains they're going to get from America are a lot different than what you have in Europe to start off with. Yeah. I've seen a couple breweries doing it. Very happy with the results and looking forward to seeing more.
And please don't get it trademarked. Please.
Oh, yeah, no.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
No, that's a bad idea.
Very
bad
idea.
Number one.
Number one. It's not a specific order on mine, but yours is.
Kind of, yeah. I went in order. It's just it's logical.
It's a special one because it took a lot of time to show up at my doorstep, but also a really unique experience to share a beer with Alex from Duder Breja. You guys really love this episode, but also the Everbrew from Everblend out there in Brazil. A really kick-ass double IPA. It's seriously my A's of the year.
Nice.
So for the A's lovers out there, if you have the opportunity to get your hands on Everbrew, Everblend, fantastic, nice, AZ IPA. A lot of kick-ass flavors, fruits. Like in Brazil, they know their stuff. They know how to do, I think they know about fruits. That's how it ends up really being unique in their beers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Max haven't had the chance.
No,
to
I tried
get
one
this.
earlier though. I tried the Brazilian one from.
Yeah, the Mosaic single hop at 8.7%.
It's a crazy beer.
Great beer.
It's a
Crazy
great beer
beer.
too,
Like,
yeah.
they know what
and
to
again,
do with the
it's
hops.
very fruity, very hoppy. In Canada, we have Overhop now. That is originally from Brazil. Now they're in Ontario and Quebec.
Big shout out to Overhop.
Big shout out because honestly, great beers and great hoppy beers, like great fruity IPAs and stuff like that. So,
And no spoilers, they'll be on the show soon.
Ooh,
No spoilers.
I didn't even know this.
Sorry.
That's fair. All right, so the last before I go with my last 101, I've got a couple honorable mentions. The Ren episode for Beer Diversity was awesome episode. It was awesome to have her at the house.
Oh, yes.
I met her afterwards and before that as well. I had a chance to talk to her a bit, so that was nice. I think what she's doing is great. Then another one when we brewed our own beers. That was pretty cool. Great episode in the sense that. Yeah, and thanks, Nick. It was an awesome experience to work on a big system because we have smaller systems at school. So being able to like brew and learn different techniques from an experienced brewer, an experienced brewery was awesome. And beer wise, the Dunham, the one with the red wine mix, that
Vinci Vini Vici.
Vinci Vini Vici.
That we drank with Patrick from Damovar.
Yes, that was an awesome beer. It kind of spawned my ideas for Project Brew, which is coming up because I think it was a very interesting beer and very interesting flavors you get from grapes and wine.
Very unique. My special mentions. Should I
go
get
if you have
it's
some?
the
Yeah,
time
for sure.
special mention.
I didn't tell you I was doing special mentions. I'm surprised that you have some.
No, I have some. The episode I did with Sophie, one of our good friends, we were able to knock out of the park the 1K goal that we had on this special episode that we did with Sophie. Thanks a lot, Sophie. Go check out her Twitch channel, which is amazing. And second one with Hillary at Bench.
Yes,
the whole thing was just super fun to do.
Yeah.
Hillary, you're fantastic. Thanks a lot again. It's just
and if you're looking for Christmas gifts for next year, you probably want to buy them now.
Yeah.
Go on Pretty Penny's page and buy them now.
And if you use the code OpsandBros, you get free high fives.
Yes, free high fives for everyone. And tell her we sent you and that you're buying for next Christmas. That's going to be hilarious. And
I'd like to see that.
I want her to contact us to say like, hey, by the way, why?
Stop doing that.
And my number 101s is our diacetyl. For the simple reason that it's the first time we dove into off flavors and off aromas and off things in beer, which I thought was really interesting. And it spawned the idea for DMS and for eventually other off flavors.
Yeah.
So I thought it was cool.
It was a very nice, and for me, really eye-opening too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not there yet. I need to get there yet.
Yeah. Well, it's the kind of thing where I think everyone here has had DMS in their beer, has had diacetyl, has had all those off flavors. Yet you either associate them to something positive in the beer, or you just don't realize that that's what you're having in that beer. You just think it's part of the style, which is just very prominent in a couple different beers out there that I won't name.
Yeah, just keep an eye for it if you want to.
Or keep your nose to it, because if you look at it, you probably won't see it. Well, thanks for watching. Anything else?
Yeah. What do you wish for 2019? Whether it's in the beer industry or on Ups and Bros, let us know in the comment. I think it's worth
a good
sharing.
one. I like that. Yeah.
It's just simple.
Yeah. And if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next episode.
Which I totally forgot. At that point of the year, I just forget.
Oh yeah, it's been where
I'll be in Florida, so
it's fair.
Well,
I'll be in good old cold Canada. At 8.7%, man. Ooh,
yeah, I feel it now.
It's hitting.
What percent is that? 5.8. I forgot to tell you guys, we're drinking Oval. This is probably one of the good beers we had this year. Whoops.